Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Cameron, and I recently picked up this 2015 F-150 Lariat. And when I got it, these piano black door trims were just all scratched up. I polished this one a little bit. The other side is worse. I'll do a before and after. But I just wanted to create a video real quick on how you could polish and protect them to make them look like new. Okay, so I just want to go over real quick what I'm going to be using in this video. So I got a clay mitt. I'm going to wash off the car, then go over it with a clay mitt, spray some water, or you can even use some soap, wipe it on, and then dry it off, wipe it off with a microfiber towel. Then I'm going to tape up any of the moldings that I don't want to get any compound on. And then I have my Rupees 3-inch polisher. It's just a 3-inch pad. And then I'm going to be using the Plu pad with the compound, and then I'm going to be switching it to the yellow pad with the polish. I also got this adapter that you can get on Amazon. I'll include a link for it. But basically, it's just for those cars like this truck has that keypad. It's just to get around that door trim a little bit better. And then even after I hit it with that Dremel, I will use my Rupees 3-inch polisher to try and go over the edges as well, just so it looks more uniform. Just be careful when you're using this Dremel that you're not rubbing that plastic piece against the keypad because it will burn through it or at least have a mark. So then after I'm done with my polishing steps, I'm going to use my microfiber towel with some diluted alcohol, spray it on, wipe it off. Then I'm going to use my Avalon King ceramic coating. I got the Armor Shield. I believe that's the 4, and that's how I'm going to protect it. So I just wanted to show you how I taped it and also show you the before. So you can see there's quite a bit of scratches in this door trim. And so what I did for taping, I actually taped up the paint up here, just because I haven't washed the car, I haven't clay barred up there. I don't want to get any swirl marks because I'm polishing this. I've also covered up all the molding that could be possibly hit with my polisher. And I hit in the middle too, which is really not needed. But yeah, if any polish gets through, not like from rubbing against my polishing pad, but just from going over the top of it, it at least will be easy to take off. And then let me just give you a light. Yeah, you can see how bad it is before and after. So this is the clay bar step now. So I'm just going to be hitting it with some last touch detail from McGuire's. And I have a clay pad right here. So I'm just going to get it all wet. And I'm just going to wipe it real quick. I don't think this is actually necessary. I usually just polish cars. So I usually do this before doing polishing the paint. But there you go. And then you just wipe with the microfiber. We are now ready to start polishing. I'm going to start with using the coarse compound, and then with the DA pad, the 3-inch pad. They usually want you to prime it. You can see this has kind of already been primed, but I'm just going to put a few spots on it. Okay, a couple spots. You want to put your temp to your turn your speed down, and you're just supposed to go over a little bit. I actually turn my speed up. Don't do that. Turn it down. All right. So I'm considering that the pad is primed. I'll then go ahead and put a little bit more on there. Right now, I'm at the 1. I'm going to probably bump it up to a 3. Wipe it on a little bit. And then the thing is, you don't want to be going super quick on this, right? You want to go nice and slow and steady, so that way you're giving time for the polishing pad and the compound to do its work. I'm going to add a little bit more compound to mine. So I can already tell there's this pretty big scratch right there. I am not sure if I'm going to be able to get that one out, but at least the majority of it will look pretty new. Yeah, so that's just way too deep of a scratch for me to hit. See if I can get it on camera. Yeah, you can see it right there. But from afar, it does look a lot better. I'm going to do the other side real quick. And then I'm actually going to hit this side one more time. So keep going over it to get a little bit better. There's going to be a point where you're not going to get any benefit of hitting it anymore. So I'd go over it once and then wipe it off, see how it looks, go over one more time, and then probably call it good. And then we can sort it. But yeah, I just went over one more time. So it does look 100 times better. There's just that really deep scratch, and then there's these ones right here too. I'm gonna actually switch to a more aggressive pad and see if I can get those out. So I don't remember. I think this is the microfiber pad, not the wool pad. But it's been washed. There's just some left over, and it's kind of worn. So I'm gonna risk it and see if I could get a little bit better polished or just clean up some more of the scratches, right? And again, I'm starting with the new pad, so I'm gonna turn it down. A little bit longer of a priming step there, but let me just put some more compound on there. I got a little bit more, just following the same process as before, turning it up to 3. Wipe it off. So I mean, right off the bat, it looks a lot better. But yeah, there's just some really deep scratches that I can't get out. You can barely see it. Let me just point it out right there. And there's that one that's horizontal right there. So got the majority of it out. You don't really need to go to the aggressive pad. You could probably spend a little bit more time on just the regular pad, the blue pad, and get most of it out. But let me switch pads and then we'll go over the polish. So before you go to that polish, the yellow pad, I usually like just to spray some diluted alcohol on there and then wipe it off. Usually you're not supposed to have those compounds mix. So that's just what I do as a precaution. So I'm not mixing different pads with polishes. So I'm just doing that priming step again. All right, so now we are just reapplying to actually do our polishing stage of it, not the priming. So I've turned it up to a 3 again. Give it a wipe and we'll take a look. Yeah, it looks tons better. Yeah, there's still scratches. I mean, they're never gonna come out, but definitely going down the road, people aren't gonna notice that. Um, so let me hurry and do the other side, so that way I could go to the ceramic coating portion of the video. At this point, we could go ahead and remove all of our paint. So after you're done polishing, you want to remove all the tape, get a fresh, clean microfiber towel, and some of the diluted alcohol right on there. This is just to prep the surface for any ceramic coating that you're gonna be putting on there. Make sure there's no wax on it. You hit it twice. And then Avalon King or the Armor Shield X package. It will come with its own microfiber, applicator pad, and sponge. You want to apply it to the sponge on the pad, and you want to go up and down and side to side on the same trim piece. And then you do the other one. And then after that, you let it sit for a little bit. You see it flash, and you can wipe it off. So I usually when I do it, mine's kind of old, but let's see if I get the cap off. Yep, there's a little like plug right there. I just leave the cap up here when I'm applying, so I don't have to keep taking that on and off. Let's do a couple dabs on it. That's more than a couple, but I'm gonna go down, up, and side to side. Just giving it an even application. And you don't want to be doing this in direct sunlight either. And it is pretty hot today. You see like a rainbow effect as it starts to dry. I think they say like 30 seconds to a minute is when you should start wiping it off. If it's not too hot, you can usually I do like half a hood, usually in the garage, and then I'll wipe the other half off. but I'm already seeing that rainbow effect get on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off. And just make sure when you're looking at it from the side, you don't see any of those like smudges or rainbow effects on there. Because to get this stuff off, you do have to polish again. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the other one. Just going the up and down. Oh, get that off. Go down one more time just to get the little smudge I got on there. Okay, I'm gonna go side to side now. And they say you can apply it twice to the same piece for extra protection. Okay, I should have done that. Let's go up and or go down, then go up, and then I'll let it sit. I can start to see that rainbow effect, which I guess you guys can't see. Um, but yeah, just give it 30 seconds to a minute, and then go ahead and wipe it off. Well, if I were to do the other side, I'd probably do both at the same time. So that by the time I'm done applying this side, I could then go ahead and just wipe off this side as well. All right. So let's take a look here. So, I don't think it really looks that much different from when you're polishing it, but it just adds that extra protection on there. So I'm going to go ahead and apply one more coat and then I'll do the other side. Right. That is starting to flash. Give it a few more seconds. We'll wipe it off. So I just wanted to show you after what you kind of need to do. Put this on the ground. So I just wiped it with some of the ceramic coating. If you go from the side, you kind of see like a smudge there. That will stay on after. So I've had it where I've ceramic coated a car late at night, couldn't see much. I will go back the first thing in the morning and I can actually still wipe these off. So just make sure when you're doing this that you go through and you just have everything really wiped down. That includes the windows here. So like if you touched any of the windows with the ceramic coating, you just go and wipe that off. If you don't and you let it sit there for a while, it will need to be polished to get off. So that's just something to look out for. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a ton of difference before and after on when you polish these trim pieces and ceramic coating coat them. So Yep, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Thanks for watching.